if I want this with all my heart, with all my soul, and I have a strong why, brother, don't worry how you're going to get this. Brian is giving you the example, about, I don't know if you heard this, about this rich man, and the little kid in the park, which want to figure out, how the rich man got so rich. And he took him on this little boat, paddle boat, go to the middle of the lake, threw him over. When he swam over, grab his hat and put underneath of the water. And told him eventually, if you want your success as bad as you want the grasp of bread when you were under, you will get it. You see, a lot of you are cursed. You guys are successful in whatever you're doing. So it's much harder. You see, this young couple just went for it. And this was the best decision they could make. By the way, Adam and I, we're the same age, so we're the young. and they did the best decision of their life, Maybe curiosity or whatever, made you make the decision. Doesn't matter at this point. You see, it doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish. And you guys put yourself, on a path to finish well. And so if you're wealthy, if you're successful, I'm sorry. But if you want to be successful here, you got to forget about all your experiences. Matter of fact, all of the experiences, all of the awards, all of the accomplishment in the past, all of your checking accounts and saving accounts, depends. It doesn't matter how large or small they are stopping you from being successful. You got to figure out first why you're here. It's Saturday morning. I know this is going to get to 105, but it's still Saturday morning. And you guys enjoying the free air condition here. I hope this is not the only reason. Literally, after today, right now, feel free to leave. Go home, figure it out, spend hours, days, whatever it takes. Because I promise you one thing, if you want to promote, it's going to be much quicker when you figure out why. We're talking about, no offense, how we're going to meet those people. Where we get the, how we can expand the list. If you want to promote, you're meeting them every day, guys. Average ordinary person is meeting at least 3 people a day. I mean, give me a break. With my funny accent, people running away from me, I had to stop them. So they have no clue what I'm saying. And I was able to create several hundred people on my list and promote and promote and promote. Why? I love my kids. I was giving an interview a couple years ago, probably, over the phone. And somebody asked me, I never thought about this. And, I say too many things, sometimes I should stop myself. But they asked me, why you? You did so well in Chicago and so many people tried and they didn't. And I said, I love my kids more. I can't fail. I just can't. So I'm going to figure out how to become national consultant, how to become beyond and beyond, expand my success, beyond that even. Why? Because at a certain point, guys, I realized this between Brian McClure, Steve Thompson, Esther Spina, Adam and me, there's no difference. They just have more experience. But they're open to every single one of us to share their experience. So this our time of learning the ropes, how to make us successful, will not last 20 years. We can get this done in 2. So utilize on that. But only learning the techniques without figuring out why you're here will not work. This is my humble opinion. And I think mostly of you will agree with that. So why is the first thing. And I'm going to give you a trick. If I pick on you. If you don't have a why, you will not share your why with new prospect. You will not help them develop why. You're building sandcastle. You will never get some traction. Period. You're going to bust your butt off, and finally get the numbers and get you, you can promote yourself, yeah, but you can be a broke executive consultant, never see, real money. Because you will never develop traction. You're going to be a title leader, with no paycheck. You need to create fire in your business. You need to create duplication in your business. There's a certain point. You see, my business was growing. I was carrying my whole business up to probably, executive position on my back. And then I realized I can't no more. I have about 280 consultants. I became executive consultant in 10 months. And I realized I can't do this. So I had to go backwards and start creating leaders. And that's why we had 12 meetings a week, because at this point I was doing 2. The rest of it, my leaders from my organization were doing on their own. So this is another topic, but all of it starts with the why, with your passion. You see, I'm going around. I never forget, I was running a meeting. At a certain point, I'm a big shot in Illinois. This is a 400 people meeting in Illinois at O'Hare. And after those 400 people would leave, corporate agree, I would go and do my Polish meeting, right? So I did the translation. We were all happy and excited. And then summer came around, and I didn't know the business slows down a little bit. So all my people went playing volleyball and soccer. And I started this Polish meeting with 4 people in the room. Guys, this is not a pretty picture. 400 people leaving, and then you going, setting up, the 400 people like looking at me like, who are you going to do the meeting for? I got 4 consultants. I never forget, I would go in the front of the room and start the presentation. Well, I'm going to make millions here. I'm going to make $1 million a month. And those 4 people looking down and smile and laughing, they didn't want to offend me, but that nobody believed. I keep saying the same thing for 3 years. Nobody's laughing anymore in Illinois. I will do that. And if I fail, it's going to be on my own terms. So I pray to God to give me the wisdom every single day, because it's not much up there, guys. I realize that. To give me the wisdom to grow as a leader, to grow as a man, as a husband and a father, so that I can help and serve other people in my organization and beyond, to raise them. John Maxwell, he's coming around. He's talking about the law of the lid. You're going to have to lift your lid if you want your group, your leaders to grow as well. So, but again, not trying to torture you, all of it starts with the why. I have my why. I have my visionary board. I'm proud to admit I'm looking at this board every single day. It makes me smile at first. But when I have bad days, and we all do, this is something would give me the positive feel and the energy to pick up my bones, and make another call and make another approach and talk to another people and call my leaders and call my downline and motivate and help them and train them and push them a little bit harder.